Shalom, family trendsetter. All praises be to the Most High. I want y'all to pay attention to the screen, all right, and just look at the visual as I do my commentary. Now, I have to be careful what I say in this particular video because I don't want them flagging the video for hate speech, all right? So I'm exercising my First Amendment right. Now, before I continue, I am driving, so you will hear some noise in the background, as well as I do have a tendency to struggle for words when I speak. Now on your screen, you see a photo, right? And I want y'all to look at this photo and what race of people, according to them, right? Where, with different races, what race of people does this particular photo remind you of? Because, a particular race of people like to deflect. They like to call another race monkey. But when you look at this particular image on your screen, what is the first thought that comes to mind as far as race is concerned? All right, I'm gonna have, as I said before, I have to talk in codes. Now, if y'all do your research hard enough, you will find out that certain race of people are not humans. Okay, they're hybrids. They came from us. So I'm going to give you a backstory of how these hybrids came about. But let's start with the Bible first, because a lot of y'all are Christians and a lot of y'all will probably believe me if I use Bible references. Now, there was two different creation in the Genesis account, and I'm going to put it on the screen, okay? And y'all can look it up for yourself. I think it's Genesis 1:26 and Genesis 2:7, if I'm not mistaken. It might be the other way around, but I'll put it on the screen so you can have reference. Now, the first creation, it says, let us create man in our image. Now, a lot of y'all was taught in church that this us is referring to God and Jesus, right? Creating man in this image. But if you keep on reading, it says male and female, he created them. So if he was talking to Jesus Christ and said, let us create man in our image, that means one of them would have to been female, because it said male and female, he created them in his image. Some of y'all speculate that it was the angels. So to that, y'all are partially right. But the angels that said, let us create man in our image, was the fallen angels. What they did, they came down to hell, earth, right? Yeah, I refer to it as earth, I refer to it as hell. And they took DNA from animals. And what they did, they tried to create man in their image using DNA. That's what Genesis means. Genetics. Okay, that's a name. That's what Genesis refers to, genetics. Just like in the book of Enoch, they talked about how the daughters of how the heavenly bodies, they came down and dealt with the daughters of man and whatever, created giants, Nephilim and so forth. So what happened was, these fallen angels, they created a species called troglodytes. You can look that up, right? And what happened was you had the out of Africa theory, where they stated that melanated people came from Africa into Europe, and they came across these troglodytes, and they mated with these troglodytes, and the offspring of the humans and the troglodytes became Neanderthals, right? Neanderthals. Now, on your screen, you're seeing these images. Again, I got to be careful what I say. Now, these images are closer to the troglodytes as opposed to the Neanderthal, because the Neanderthal became more human-like, or looked more human-like after thousands of years of them, amalgamating or mating with humans. So, after thousands of years of mixing with humans, they became, more human-like. Now, what I should have done, I should have put up a picture of a Neanderthal, but I'm sure many of y'all know what Neanderthal are. If you don't, you can just Google Neanderthal, you see the image of it. So why am I making this video? Now, the powers that shouldn't be, right? These people that is ruling, they like to deflect and call us monkeys. But on your screen, you can clearly see who's closer to monkeys than black people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say who they are. You already know who I'm referring to. They're closer to monkeys. As a matter of fact, they have the rhesus monkey DNA within them. You know what I'm saying? They're actually 8% Neanderthal. Neanderthal, once again, is the offspring of the troglodyte and the humans. So, in other words, the Neanderthal is like a beast-like creature. Okay, it's not human. It's a beast-like creature. It have human characteristics, but it's not human. So this is where they got the whole caveman concept from. You remember the Geico commercial, when they used to have the Geico commercial and he used to walk and he would look in the mirror and see himself and back up and like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? Because these Neanderthals had offspring also. And guess who the offspring are today? Look on the screen. You guessed it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. They have the same skin complexion as the Neanderthal. They have the same fur that they refer to as hair, right, as the Neanderthal. And they also have one characteristic with the Neanderthal. They also have lice. They carry lice. Just like how dogs carry fleas, these species, right, on your screen, they carry lice. That's why they say you lay with dogs, you get fleas, right? You lay with these hybrids, you will get lice. So I just wanted to show you something. These devils like to deflect everything that's negative for them. They deflect it to us. They call us monkeys when they have the rhesus monkey DNA. Everything that's positive for us, they take it as their own. They said they're the what they call themselves. They was the Egyptian and shit. I don't know how the hell they was the Egyptian. How were they able to exist in the 115 degrees weather, right, without a sunscreen lotion? Some of them said, well, back then they used to use olive oil. Well, where are olive oil today? Where the olive oil that y'all used back in the ancient Egypt, according to y'all being the ancient Egyptian? Why y'all not using that shit today? So I just wanted to show this to y'all. I wanted to be more explicit in this video, but I'm not, because I don't want the flag in this video. All right, but again, these people are not human. They're hybrids, and the truth is coming out. This is why they're so savagery. That's why they have so much savagery to them. They like to kill, because the Neanderthal, that's what they did. They was hunter-gatherers, and they used to hunt and kill, right? In the caves, before they was discovered by the Moors and domesticated, they used to turn on each other. But now they have a new group of people to turn on, which is the human being, the melanated people. And for the record, right, we are the Most High chosen people, because the Most High gave us this beautiful melanin skin complexion to protect us from the sun. These devils had to live in caves. Shalom.